It is Saturday, August 18th. I had to check. And I'd already checked it like 5 times. I had looked and saw that it was Saturday, August 18th. And this is Guy's Daily Drive. I have been going crazy in a general sense, making a lot of Guy's Daily Drives. I did 2 yesterday, and 1 on Wednesday, Monday, and I don't really mean to make as many of these as I do. It was not my intention for Guy's Daily Drive to be every day, and it's not going to be every day. There are times when I'll have absolutely nothing to say. Well, actually, that doesn't stop me from making one, but, times when even I don't feel like I have anything to say. But today, it's weird. I get into these conversations with my son Guy, and it leads me to think about stuff. And we're going to take a break for just a second while I wait for traffic. So I get into these conversations with my son Guy, typically while I'm taking him to work on like Saturday and Sunday mornings, and it leads me to think about something that I had said to him or Peter. And in this particular case, where Guy works, it has a lot to do with customer service. And the motto in customer service seems to be, it is, the customer is always right. Even when they're wrong, they're always right. Which leads people to be kind of like jerks sometimes, because they feel that you as a customer service representative have no recourse but to listen and deal with their crap, regardless of who's right and who's wrong. And he gave me a couple of examples, which, I'm not going to go into here, but it led me to think about what I'd always told my kids growing up. And actually, Guy reminded me of this as well. I told my kids growing up that while you are special to your mother and me, it doesn't necessarily hold that the rest of the world is going to give a damn about you and your opinions or your wants and needs, that you need to just sort of deal with these things yourself. That if there's something that you want or need, well, then you need to do what something legal, of course, whatever it is that you need to do in order to obtain whatever it is you want, whether it's food, shelter, a car, a computer, whatever. And I remember telling them this because I had seen so many kids, and I still see it, that think just because they exist, that they should get pretty much whatever it is they want without working for it. And, somebody else has to deal with the cost of them getting whatever it is that they want. So I had told this to my kids so that they wouldn't be some of those kids that just expected stuff. And when it came to some of the big purchases, mostly things like video game systems, unless I already had it, like, both of my kids had played some of my various small Game Boy consoles. As I either stopped using them or got something else, I would, I'd let them have it, because it didn't really matter to me. And if they broke it, they broke it. It was gone. I wasn't going to replace it. But when it came to the big stuff, like video game consoles, the Xbox, for example, the Xbox and the original Wii. Guy wanted an Xbox 360 for Christmas, and Peter wanted a Wii, the original Wii. And I told them that I was willing to get these consoles, but they had to pay for half of it. And what this did was instill in them a sense of ownership, that just being handed something means that you did no work to acquire whatever it was. And if it breaks, a lot of kids don't care because it didn't cost them anything. So why should they care how much it costs? Why should they care? Somebody will replace it for them. But by making them pay for half of it, and it's not like they had jobs or anything, but they did receive money from their grandmother, and when my parents were alive, or when my mother was alive, from my mother, for them to get something for themselves, and their mother, Tracy, and I typically wouldn't let them just spend it on stupid crap. So, they had this money. And so they had enough to pay for half of these game consoles. And lo and behold, those game consoles still work today. We're talking an Xbox 360 and an original Wii. Now, I don't know if they still use them. They're somewhere in the house, or they took them with them. But they still work, because they treated them like they had paid for them, which they had. So I guess the lesson here is, when you are just handed something, when you are just given something for free, you don't appreciate it as much as if you had to work for it, or as if you had to pay for it yourself. And you can apply this across the spectrum. So much of the derisive politics of today deal with so many of these spoiled brats wanting something for nothing, wanting college paid for them. The problem with having college paid for you is sometimes you will make really horrible choices on what it is that you're studying, on what it is that you're going to college for. And so then you waste a lot of time and a lot of resources getting a degree in something that can't possibly help you support yourself as time goes on. Make wise choices. Don't expect things for free. Work for what you have, and you will appreciate them more. You would think that this would be common sense. It is not. And the last lesson, of course, is no, you aren't special by the virtue of the color of your skin, or your gender, or your sexuality or anything else, you are not special. You still have to work for what it is that you want. If you'd like to get a hold of me and explain to me why you're so special, you can send that to guy@mymac.com, or you can send me a tweet to Mac Parrot. That is my Twitter handle. You can also find me on the Mac to the Future live cast on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. And, of course, the mighty MyMac.com podcast, which I hopefully will be doing later today with Mr. Gaz of the Maz. And I guess that's about it. If you'd like to help support the crazy crap that I do, I have a Patreon page. You can find it by looking for Guy Searle or Mac Parrot. Same thing with Ko-fi, Ko-Fi, Guy Searle or Mac Parrot. And you can help support the stuff that I do. I'm going to do it anyway, even if you don't. So, keep that in mind. Though I would appreciate it if you did. Like Yvonne did. Yvonne made a one-time donation over at Ko-fi.com, Ko-fi.com, Ko-Fi. And I am truly, truly appreciative. Thank you, Yvonne. So, with all that, thank you for watching Guys, or listening to Guys Daily Drive, because this is also available in iTunes. Just look for Guys Daily Drive. And we will catch you next time.